It's Week 12 of the NFL, and we'll see Chris Godwin, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Bucs and the Packers, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 20.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their 7th-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played with dinosaurs roam the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we got to put in Davis.
So trouble ready here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Back to throw, it's Levis.
And that will be incomplete.
That's the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 6th-year quarterback.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost, and I just got to eliminate those interceptions.
He was looking for Chris Godwin that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
You look at this Packers defense.
Coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And he's got room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Levis from the gun.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
This defense for the Buccaneers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. Anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you got a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Fielded at the 33. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, Rachaad White and the rest of this Tampa Bay offense going back to work now.
And a week ago, as you get a look at the numbers, well over 100 yards, he was on fire.
He was on fire. Obviously, the offensive line was on fire. All the guys who were trying to assist him. But you know who else was? The play caller. Because his ego totally got out of the way. And he kept calling the plays that were working over and over. And they really didn't stop him.
Now the challenge, can they duplicate it?
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down, Waters. And he's got his man on the end route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to throw. Waters. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. They'll run for it. This is White. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the 1st down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he will have the 1st down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. They'll run on 1st down. McCain. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries, 93 yards, and a score.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone in this one.
Meanwhile, Levis's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Levis. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there. It's 2nd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 39 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Levis to throw off play action. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Bucs now.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Now a 2nd and 6.
They keep it on the ground. White again.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
That good for 19 and a first down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
The Buccaneers in 9-2 to start play. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that's allowed us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage. He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Bucs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
An extra point attempt here still to come. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So that lines up a 7-play drive total. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And a second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Play action now. Levis, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Fielded just inside the 30. There's the stiff arm. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rachaad White.
And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted.
Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football.
It looks like one of the DBs has it. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Working from the gun, here's Levis.
The ball comes out, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Looking to throw. Waters. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of... It really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch.
Here's a diving catch right side. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Off play action. Waters. And this is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Off the play fake. Waters. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
They're able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little top pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack has gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
White is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score it right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the 2nd half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Packers with a football here late in this 1st half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Levis now on 1st and 10.
And an incomplete pass. Now it's stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Now Levis. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense cooking to the punch so far. Let's see if we can get something going here on third down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now a handoff up the middle. McCain. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Levis to throw on first and 10 here.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Black. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Levis looking to throw.
Over the middle, it's complete. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10.
Levis to throw it.
This one caught by Kittle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
To throw on second down, Waters. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Back to throw. Waters. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
From the 43, it's second and 3.
Off play action. Waters. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time on a catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Off the play fake. Waters. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the 1st down at the 1-yard line, though. And the slot man goes in motion left. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the 1st down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the 1st half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. McCain, and they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. First down, here's White. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. Waters. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So just 3 points there, but that important in the grand scheme of things, as it's now a 3-score lead.
And that cushion and let your defense win you the football game.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Levis back to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Levis to throw once more. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Taken in at the 11. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Waters.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Waters. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. They go right back to White here on 1st down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Off play action. Waters. Looking left sideline, it's complete.
A game there of 30 big ones.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
They run straight ahead here with White.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Rachaad White hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs add on to their... like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was Rachaad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests. But in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
1st and 10. Here's Levis.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Levis sets up to throw here.
Throw left side complete. That's Black. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Back to throw, it's Levis. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Levis throwing again on 2nd down.
And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 21. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. On 1st down, McCain. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here's Levis.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
You can just see it in their body language. You're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Desperation time now. Here's Levis. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Buccaneers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, again, Charles, desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent
their receivers out, let it fly, but the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
76 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Waters. Left side here. That's complete to Godwin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From the 43, here's second down and 1.
Looking to throw. Waters. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Running out of the gun with White. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. He's got his target. That's complete.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game. And trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On second down, they'll run with White. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Looks for White, but it's intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there. Incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Looking left side, and it's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Levis.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. George Kittle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes it 24-13. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
Here's White.
A nice little juke. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Chris Godwin. That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties it with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list.
And the Bucs are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Inside the 20.
But he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just...
And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One final try here for Will Levis. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Tampa Bay, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back.